Hey, every hey everybody, we have a great show for you tonight. Dave and Andrew are here. We're going to talk about the Saints signing Devonta Freeman, him burning the Falcons to the ground. Ken Crawley looking good is bad for the receiving core. Peyton is excited about the defensive line. Plus, Jameis and Taysom have some great, funny sound. We're going to reveal the 2021 Saints season gift for all annual patrons. It's going to be amazing. We're on Twitch now. Thomas, hit the intro.
This is Sean Payton, head coach of the New Orleans Saints. What's with this Saints Happy podcast? This has to be the worst Saints podcast in the world. Ralph can't say anyone's name right. Andrew doesn't know football. Everyone has a hard time listening to Dave. And is Kevin even there tonight? The audio with this podcast, my God, the audio, it's painful.
Saints Happy Hour podcast. It is a whole new world. We are on Twitch. Find us on Twitch. Follow the Saints Happy Hour channel on Twitch. Find us wherever you get your podcasts. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thomas, executive producer extraordinaire in Poland, he has done an amazing job. He worked his ass off to put this together. And of course, it will be off the rails. It's probably already off the rails, but it's Twitch.
We've got to communicate
it's great.
better here. I didn't know we were doing a cold open now where you like
We are.
this introduction and then we go into the intro. Like what the hell was that? Nobody told me.
And also this jazz music in the beginning, like Thomas, I'm already ready to go to sleep before the show even starts.
Yeah, we're ending the show. We're ending the show right now.
Are you trying to make me pass out before we start? I mean, we need more energy in the music. Come on.
I also just want to go on record to say that I wanted us to get on Twitch back in January. I talked to Ralph and Andrew, and I said I think we should do like live shows on Twitch, and we didn't do it. I have text messages. I have the proof to back it up that this has been 7 months in the making for me.
That's right. Well, I mean, Dave, I was back in the middle of your Animal Crossing addiction. But
no, it wasn't.
We may live stream a preseason game because we need to get to affiliate status so people can donate to the podcast and you can do all kinds of fun stuff when you're affiliate, but we got to hit like a minimum streaming time to do it. So we may do that. It may be fun. The Saints, by the way, again burned me and Thomas's rundown to the ground with all their news. Andrew, they are so desperate at corner. They are hunting the morgue for corpses of corners that we vaguely remember played in the NFL that were kind of good. They signed Prince Amukamara. This dude.
Oh my God.
Russell.
Wait, can we try? You want to try that again, Ralph? You want to give that another shot?
No.
Go ahead, give it.
Gavar?
No, Prince. What's Prince's last name?
Amukamara?
There you go. You added like 3 other syllables.
Yeah. It was, you went like Amuka Mora. I might be exaggerating slightly.
Yeah. Chewbacca.
Yeah.
But they just. I mean, Andrew, would they have signed Brandon Browner if he could have got a weekend pass to get out of jail? Like,
too soon. Too soon, man.
What?
That joke was too dark. Champ Bailey, yeah, I'd accept that joke. But I mean, that's what Prince kind of feels like. Like he actually feels like the bargain bin Champ Bailey with the Saints option. Like it feels even worse than Champ Bailey did.
Would you take Jarris Bird and convert him to cornerback? How do you think that would go?
I was semi-excited about Champ Bailey. Like I kind of talked myself into like it might be okay.
From the Saints, these jokers didn't get that.
Yeah,
but here's the thing, Dave. with what's happened.
Yeah. By the way,
People,
Ralph, how did you already get the Prince Amukamara fathead on your wall so quickly?
well, Dave.
You did overnight.
He's got JR
He sent me an email.
He's got Devonta Freeman up there.
Send in my social security number, and he will deposit $5 million into my bank account and send me a fathead. So I got the fathead, and I'll get the $5 million tomorrow, and this podcast will be no more. So, but Dave, I'm panicked about corner now. I wasn't panicked all summer, all offseason, but now that the Saints are signing corpses at corner, I'm panicked.
So adding a dude makes you more upset.
Yes, because they're not even in pads yet, and they're signing dudes. Like they're
Ken
already
Crawley,
panicked.
man. Ken Crawley, man.
Oh
my God, he looks amazing.
Him and
Lattimore are getting the band back together, baby. This is 2017. We're touring like it's 2017 again, baby.
We need people in the chat. We need a drop for Ken Crawley, some sort of music, a sound bite, something to signify.
You shoot your dick off.
That's for Lattimore. Lattimore's looking amazing because the Saints don't have any wide receivers. We'll get to that in a second. But Andrew, they didn't even wait 3 days, and they signed 2 corners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not great, huh? That was before that, and they signed Brian Poole a few days before that.
That's right.
Yeah,
they signed
so
Brian
it's really
Poole.
3 guys.
So it's really 3.
Yeah.
Right. Well, going by your old adage, Ralph, of watch what the Saints do, not what the Saints say. If you're looking particularly at and only at what the Saints do, I guess yes, you have the right to be panicked because it seems like they're signing anybody and everybody, throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. But seriously, did you hear that? Did you hear that? That was Billy Bando's Twitter account getting reactivated.
That's you know what we need? We need like the Deliverance, Thomas. You need to clip the Deliverance banjo, like whenever we mention Billy Bando. I think
you got a real pretty mouth.
I gotta say, with the Saints corners, it certainly seems like they know more than we do about the Lattimore suspension. Like the number of guys that they're adding certainly makes it seem like they're primed and ready for the shooter drop.
God.
I mean, Lattimore said today he doesn't know anything, so I just think there's
Ralph, Ralph, your mic is real bad. It's real bad. Like as bad as any mic I've ever heard you speak into. It might be ready for the graveyard.
How about now?
No, absolutely not. This is like I think we did a whole episode like this one time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna reboot and hope for the best, and y'all keep on going. Thomas,
what should we talk about?
Talk about the corners. I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
No, we already been talking about the corners. We need to talk about.
Yeah, give us the next topic before you ditch us.
Devonta Freeman signing, and he burned the Falcons.
Why does he say that, Devonta? Isn't it Devonta Freeman?
I don't know.
All right, I'll eject. My mic is apparently terrible.
Oh my God.
Yes, it is.
We're talking about Devonta Freeman. I don't know. I saw his press conference. Everybody was like, that was a good soundbite when he was talking about the rivalry between the Falcons and the Saints. I mean, that was all.
That felt a little lip service, huh?
Yes, that's all that was like written by. None of that was genuine. I didn't think. I'm not saying I don't like him. I'm not saying I have any problems with him, but. I mean, anybody that comes from the Falcons that's what they're going to say.
He was a noted Saints killer. Like I will say he had some success against the Saints. And then he had that tweet after the Falcons beat the Saints. He wrote LOL ain'ts. So, after that shit talking, you're going to tell me that you were a Saints fan all along, that you hated playing us twice a year because really deep down you were a Saints fan. And the dude was born in Georgia. He's literally a hometown guy.
He's people in Georgia are probably not loving him right now anymore. He's
well, not only that, but I feel like
probably
the
burned
Saints,
some bridges.
but like the New Orleans fans, I don't think are really buying it either.
Yeah, well, I know because I'm not. I am not buying
Yeah.
it. I am not buying it.
Right.
I don't know.
He seems like the kind of guy who he's so happy to be here, thankful for the opportunity. This is the greatest day of his life, yada yada.
Yeah,
and then as soon as he gets cut, he's going to be talking shit.
Yeah, it was all boilerplate stuff.
Yeah.
Do I need to be worried though about Ladavius? I mean, like, what's up with this? I thought we were.
Well,
pretty
no.
set.
So, and they asked
I
Sean
thought we were
Payton about
pretty
this.
set.
Apparently, the deal is that they signed him specifically because of the issues they're having at receiver. So Michael Thomas is hurt,
right.
obviously, and then
Right.
Deonte is going to be suspended. And so the idea here was Ty Montgomery is playing a lot more receiver, so they need a third running back. Yeah. So no, I think Latavius is safe. Although apparently they gave him a ton of reps today in practice, and Cat Terrell came out and kind of noted that it was surprising to see Latavius Murray get so little.
Ooh, is your boyfriend? Is he going to get traded, Dave? Him? Listen to me. Hear me out.
Ralph, I gotta say, you sound great. So whatever you did, you fixed it.
Yeah, your mic is back. There's no
can't
video though. Yeah.
I rebooted. But here's the thing, Dave. While I
your
get my
camera
camera
isn't
up and running, while I get my
Holy
camera up
shit.
and running.
What is this show? We're going back to YouTube.
There we go. Dave.
There we go.
I got a trade for you.
Still
Your
not right.
boyfriend, Ladavius Murray, unvaccinated corner for Xavier Howard. Who says no?
So we're talking Adebo.
Adebo.
And Murray.
Adebo.
And Murray.
Who says no?
I'm not taking that. I would like to see what's going on with Paulson first. Although I'm gonna say I had this on my notes. Like I haven't heard much about him. People are talking about Ken Crawley and Marshawn Lattimore, obviously, but I'm not hearing much about Adebo. What's up with that?
Yeah. Well, the Saints, they did so many moves this week, Andrew. We got to get to them all. They signed Chris Hogan, the lacrosse player. Shout out to Maddie Hudak. She is starting the Chris Hogan hype train. Apparently, he had like 2 good catches on Friday. People are getting excited about him. And he can move a lot of jerseys because he's a white receiver. And New Orleans loves their white receivers. Lance Moore, Brett Besh, Shockey. Like, he can move merchandise.
Lance Moore wasn't white. I don't think Lance Moore was white.
Mix.
We claim it.
Lance Moore was definitely at least half black.
Yeah.
I like Jason DC76. His he called him Eric Paulson Adebo. I like that. That's a sick burn right there.
Now, the wide receiver that I want to get to that they signed that just sent
you forgot. You're not going to mention J.R. Sweezy?
Oh, J.R. Here we go.
That sounds like a rap
If he plays bad, he's J.R. Sleazy. He was good. Weren't the Saints trying to sign him when they needed a guard back in 2016?
Yes. Yeah, no. It's got Paul Kruger Redux stink all over it. It's this is a guy we used to like 5 years ago. We tried to get him in free agency. We failed. So now that he's old and washed and can't help us anymore, let's make sure we get him.
Here's a tweet of Nick Underhill reporting the Saints signed offensive lineman J.R. Sweezy. I feel like
J.R. Sweezy.
I feel like his name. I feel like Nick. He should be saying his new album is about to drop.
That's
J.R.
right.
Sweezy's.
He might be a mediocre guard. He is a great New Orleans bounce.
And I know, and I know Nick loves his hip hop, so I feel like Nick loves that signing. He loves the J.R. Sweezy signing.
But the signing,
if Nick was adopting a player, it would be J.R. Sweezy.
It would be.
We need to talk about adopting players, by the way. Perfect segue.
We needed to go over that. That draft will be next week. This draft is going to get wild. We'll get to that. But here's the thing. the signing that drove Saints Twitter mad was, one, they signed Tommy Lee Lewis, which in and of itself is traumatic because Tommy Lee Lewis is forever linked with the 2018 NFC Championship game. But then today, Saints Twitter, Tommy Lee Lewis, he committed a hate crime against Saints Twitter by changing his number to number 12. What the hell, Dave, is he doing taking Marcus Colston's number? That is
I don't know. This is actually,
blasphemy.
I didn't even realize that. This is the first I'm hearing about
Well,
it.
I liked
Horrific.
Callaway as 12. Why did he have to change?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like you can't really get on Tommy Lee because Callaway already had 12. It's not like Tommy Lee is the first person since Colston left to wear number 12.
Yeah, but it was cool to have Callaway because
Why
Callaway
did-
was actually good.
Why did Callaway change? Because the NFL allowed receivers to get single digit numbers this year, and he obviously wanted number 1, which I believe he is now. But nah, I mean, I'm not gonna pretend to be mad at Tommy Lee Lewis for taking number 12.
Andrew,
They also have a
Tommy
lot
Lee
of
Lewis.
wide receivers, and they're probably running out of numbers. So honestly, they probably had to take
Here's
number
the thing,
12.
Andrew. Tommy Lee Lewis, him taking the number 12, he's only 3 feet tall. He is the human embodiment of the perfect Saints Twitter troll. Like, him taking number 12 is horrific. I was never anti Tommy Lee Lewis, really, like as much as some people on Saints Twitter. But this move, I am completely anti Tommy Lee Lewis now. I hate him. I want him off the goddamn team. Taking number 12,
I applaud
it's like
the
taking
troll
a
move.
piss in the church.
I
No.
think he should wait a week and then switch to number 9. I think it's fantastic. You know, Tommy Lee Lewis obviously has the traumatic memory. So when we think about Tommy Lee, obviously, most Saints fans are going to think back to the no call, and that's what they associate with him. But besides that, he is dangerously close to Traverse Cadet. I feel like Cadet was that guy that would always keep coming back to the Saints. They get an injury, they get hit with an injury at running back, and like as soon as Sean Payton got uncomfortable, he would immediately start ringing the phone like, okay, let's bring him back. Let's go with what's comfortable. Let's go back into the ex-girlfriend's bed, or whatever. And so Traverse Cadet was like
The
that.
ex-girlfriend who's like a 4.
Yeah.
He just
It's
back
just
in her
comfortable,
bed.
and so now Tommy Lee Lewis is the new Traverse
name
Cadet.
is
I feel like the
Marshall.
Saints keep re-signing him.
Okay, but I think I said this
She
before. Like,
smells really bad.
why do
She's
people
always
hate?
there for you.
I don't understand why people have vitriol towards Tommy Lee Lewis for the no
Yeah.
call. Like he had nothing.
know.
That's like blaming a woman for wearing a sexy outfit and then she gets
Because
raped. Like,
Bill
that has nothing
Vinovich
to do
isn't
with it.
around. We have to blame somebody, Dave. Bill Vinovich isn't around. Tommy Lee Lewis is around. He reminds us of 2018, so fuck him.
I mean, like he did
I'm
nothing
glad
wrong.
I'm glad you cut Dave off from that joke that he was about to make. If I think I heard it correctly, because that was terrible.
It's not a joke. It's like it's an analogy, and I think it's an apt analogy. It's victim blaming. Being mad at Tommy Lee Lewis is victim blaming.
Yeah, you should probably never. Anyway,
Solve your problems with aggression.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's the worst joke I've ever heard.
well, that's the thing though. Dave's right. If that
Yes, I am
flag,
right.
if that flag gets thrown, Tommy Lee Lewis is a cult hero, right? Like we're talking about, oh, Tommy Lee Lewis is back. That dude got us in the Super Bowl. Like we probably all love him right now. If the ref just throws the flag, right?
If I had 2 hands, I could fucking juggle, Andrew. All right?
I get it. Horseshoes and hand grenades.
I
Yeah.
don't.
hate him.
I don't.
But I'm serious. If Tommy Lee Lewis, if that flag had been thrown,
yes, he would have been.
are we pumped that he's back right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
everyone is pumped.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And this makes zero sense to me because nobody could have caught that pass getting hit 5 seconds early. I don't give a shit if Michael Thomas.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't give a shit if it was Michael Thomas running that route, Marcus Colston running that route, Jerry Rice running that route. Nobody was catching that ball, and so it's bullshit that people hate on Tommy Lee Lewis. Like for that, it really makes no sense. You are blaming the fucking victim.
I think Tommy Lee Lewis was hated before that play, and that was like gasoline on the fire. In fairness.
Like,
All right.
Tommy Lee Lewis, he goes against everything the Saints, but he's like, he doesn't fit the prototype, he doesn't fit the measurables, he doesn't fit the Raz. Sean
He just
Payton
doesn't
likes
fit.
him because Bill Parcells said
Yeah.
something nice about him one time.
Well, that's the thing. I think Sean Payton keeps trying to force it to work, and I think everyone's like, "Hey, Sean, I know Bill Parcells loves him, but like, dude, it's not happening. Like, this guy's too small. He's not good enough." And Sean Payton's not having any of it.
So, speaking of Sean Payton, he had some interesting sound. Well, we got to get to this first. Dave, Deonte Harris being awesome at Saints training camp while facing a 3-game suspension, it is the most Saintsy shit ever. Like, him and Jameis
Pretty
have this
Saintsy, yeah.
amazing rapport already. He's catching bombs, and he's going to be suspended the first 3 games. Is that not the most Saintsy thing so far?
Was Joe
of
Morgan
training
in the same situation? Did he have a great
Yes.
training camp after he was already in trouble?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Did Joe Morgan get suspended for falling asleep in the car? I don't remember.
Pretty sure he did get suspended, yeah.
But
anyway.
Jason makes a good point. I forgot to mention this. And this is hilarity. Tommy Lee Lewis took acting lessons this offseason. Did you guys see that?
Oh.
That's not a joke. Like this isn't a bit. Like he actually did that. He took acting lessons this offseason. And Jason says he took him 3 years 3 years too late. Yeah. Yeah, we needed the full James Harden, for that anyway.
No, well, unfortunately,
so somebody was asking the
I don't
Tommy
think that
Lee
would have
Lewis
helped at all.
Raz score. The Tommy Lee Lewis Raz score is
it can't be good. You need height. It's all about
3.2.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. So Peyton had some great sound over the weekend and today.
Jeff Ireland must hate Tommy Lee Lewis.
He must hate him. So Sean Payton did this sound, and I just want to say this was amazing.
Jeff Ireland would have hated Rudy too, and who could hate Rudy?
I hate Rudy because Rudy cost me a Super Bowl ring. How about that?
Oh.
So Andrew, Sean Payton talked about screens and how the Saints need to be a better screen team, and I just want to say this soundbite of Sean Payton, it got really weird when he was talking about the Saints need to be a better screen team this year.
I think we could be, and we need to be a better screen team. Now, there's a lot that goes into that, the timing of it.
You got to block people on a screen. Shit.
The runner and the offensive line being on the same page.
Shit, he gets the ball out there, and 2 guys, big old animals, nail his ass. Shit.
And then there's some weeks, based on the front you're seeing, they're not going to be as effective.
That is fucking stupid. Wake up.
So other weeks, they might be a high priority play based on the technique of how the rush is happening. But I think we can be better in that area this upcoming year.
You think you know, but you don't know, and you never will.
I might have an addiction of mixing in Jim Mora sound to show.
Well, that was top. That was
beautifully executed.
Can we get a chef's kiss? Can we get a chef's kiss, please? Yeah, I think this is it. I think it's funny because most people in the media hate Sean Payton. They think he's a pompous asshole. But Jim Mora, when you put him side by side, Jim Mora makes Sean Payton seem like a very reserved, thoughtful coach.
Patient.
Yeah. He's not going to say anything. He doesn't want to say anything bad. He doesn't want to overstep any boundaries. When you put him next to Jim Mora, Jesus Christ, that's hilarious.
Oh man, here's the thing with the Saints at practice. The other thing that I want to play, this is going to make Andrew really happy, but I'm going to play it anyway because I think it's important about the Saints. Sean Payton he sounds really excited about the Saints defensive line, and in particular, Andrew's UDFA son from a couple years ago.
He's matured a lot. His body has grown, and clearly he understands our system. I said earlier that group is a good-looking group, and he's part of it. I'm encouraged with seeing his progress and also his flexibility to be able to play in the kicking game some too.
You were looking at him coming out. Was he somebody you kind of projected could add on physically?
Yeah. To answer that question, yeah, I think we felt like he had the frame to gain weight and and muscle mass, and he's been able to do that.
He put on a shit ton of weight, Andrew. I'm all in on the Granderson hype train. He's my guy to break out.
Yeah, Andrew,
right.
as Granderson's dad, can you explain what he meant when he was talking about how he has like horse legs? Can you explain that?
Just look at Taysom Hill pictures and you'll know.
That's right.
No, the Saints are going to need some pass rush. They lost Hendrickson, so this would be the year for Granderson to step up. And I mean, see, guys like him, what is this? This is year 3, right, for Granderson?
That's right, year 3.
I mean, guys like him, it's kind of make it or break it, because you're still only making 300, 400K a year. You're on a UDFA minimum deal, and you blow out an ACL or you have a bad year and you go backwards, and you can be done pretty quickly. And he's already got the check mark against him with all that stuff that happened in college. So there's already kind of the off the field question marks with him. So when you talk about an NFL career and it averages 3 years, like for a guy like that, this is the year he's got to transform and make something of his life, or he moves on from the NFL kind of thing.
Dave, am I completely
Horse
off?
legs.
I don't worry
I
about
just want to
Trey
go back to the
Hendrickson
horse
leaving
legs.
at all. I don't worry about Trey Hendrickson leaving. I think Granderson's going to be – he's not going to have 13 and a half sacks, but him and Davenport, they're going to be fine. Like, I think the defensive ends are fine.
Well, you could probably get me to believe Carl Granderson is going to be great over Davenport. You're not going to sell me on Davenport until it's happening and I'm looking at it with my thine eyes.
Who do you like better, Dave? Granderson or Malcolm Roach to have a better year this year?
It's tough. It's gonna be close. Right now, I mean, obviously, they're not in pads or anything, but obviously Granderson's got the hype train is currently on Granderson, so I guess I got to give him the edge. But they both have some potential. They're both in the mix. But as far as undrafted free agent picks, though, you win because Granderson was in jail when you picked him.
That's right.
So nothing
will ever top
if
Andrew saying I'm picking the dude in jail, and I'm just gonna roll with it.
Yeah, we don't even know when he's getting out.
Waited for him to get out. That's how much
I know it was supposed to be a joke, and it totally backfired.
He gained
ended up being a great pick.
Like 40. He went to Wyoming. He was 190 pounds. Now he's like 270, I think.
Okay, well, and so that's my beef. So, Ralph, you want to wait until next week for us to pick our undrafted free agent sons. And next week we will be a week and a half, if not 2 weeks into training camp. When we first started this, we were picking it before they even started. We were picking it based on like ridiculous stuff like their name or that they were in jail.
Lord, are you going to practice, Dave? I'm just reading tweets about practice. It didn't like
we at least have a little bit, but we at least have a little bit of information.
We do have a little bit of
before we were picking them, like it was like a joke, and like we were picking them based on.
Ralph already has 3 UDFA fatheads on his wall.
That's right.
Well, I mean, before
how did you already get
the UDFA draft? Dave, we didn't
guy.
have Thomas executive producing back in Poland. He's going to do a big board. He's going to have graphics. He's going to blow it out. It's going to be fun. I mean, before we just pulling names out of our ass. We got production value now.
Well, but three weeks ago it was in the middle of the off season and we needed shit to talk about. Now it's training camp. We've got shit to talk about.
That's right.
True.
So, speaking of shit to talk about, Jameis, he sounds like a completely different person in these press conferences. He talked about when he met with the media on Saturday, he talked about how he learns and how he's a visual learner. I've never heard him sound like this.
Obviously, reps is what's important. This year, I probably got more reps in 3 days than I got all last year. So it's an incredible feeling to be able to have the opportunity to go out there and execute, because I'm more of a visual learner. I like to apply what we're doing, apply to certain concepts, and I learn better that way. So it's been fun, and I think I'm getting a good grasp of it. But obviously, my objective is to get better every single day, and I know with a great head coach, his resume speaks for itself, and we got great guys in in that quarterback room, and we're helping each other, and we're building.
Thomas, I'm a visual learner. You can't just tell me what to do on Discord 8,000 times. You got to show me. Until you show me, I'm gonna keep fucking it up.
I like that's why he got the
That is
LASIK.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, maybe
He's a visual.
Yeah.
He's a visual learner. He got LASIK, so now he can actually start learning because he can
Right.
see now.
Right.
Wait, but Ralph, what do you mean he sounds different? Like, are you talking about
if he's a visual learner, I'm glad that he got LASIK after the 30 picks.
I'm just saying, like, his cadence, everything
So,
about him is like
okay? So you're talking
more
about like the
more
actual.
buttoned up, more professional. Like,
No,
he's not as like he used to be loose and.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was watching the videos, and I'm glad you mentioned this because yes, that was absolutely the first thing that came to mind. I think it's glaringly obvious. He is definitely he's almost maybe even trying too hard, to be honest with you.
He's channeling Drew Brees. A lot of those statements
right.
are very breezy.
Yes,
he was not kidding when he said he went to Drew Brees Academy for a year.
I mean,
it's like finishing school.
Yeah, it's like it's like going to PR school, and it's just like you're only gonna say what you're supposed to say, and but I mean, I don't know, but yeah, that's that's the end of it. We've lost him. We've lost Jameis. Like, you're never gonna get a true answer out of Jameis anymore.
What do you want him to say? Effer in the P?
Yes, right.
You want to go back to that, Dave?
I want Effer in the P, Jameis.
I
want the
mean-
W. I want Effer in the P.
I don't know about you guys, but we got a podcast and we need material.
Right. You got to fill time. Like breaking down.
We're never
going to
get that
you
out of
do
Taysom
that.
Hill.
Me and
That's for
Dave
sure.
are just here
Yeah.
to fucking make jokes. Like
that would be funny.
Welcome to Uganda.
What if Taysom Hill flipped and was like Bizarro Taysom, where like Jameis became very straight and narrow and always, said what you expect, the canned response, the rehearsed response, the PR response, and then Taysom lost the job and got so mad that he went off the rails.
And he's like, during press
started talking
like smoking a cigarette.
And he started
Rouses
talking.
And steals crabs legs.
Yeah, he started talking like Jameis Winston at Florida State kind of deal.
I went to Bourbon Street. I got ripped. If I'm not starting, I don't give a shit about practice. Like, that would be amazing.
But anyway,
that would be amazing because
it looks like they've been flipping both quarterbacks. So true to form, they talked about it being a quarterback competition. And as you can see here on this tweet that Thomas just put up, they've been going back and forth between Taysom and Jameis. So I don't know. To me, it looks like in there now you see Jameis as the starter.
You did it.
It's
so easy to do. It's so
Ralph
easy.
can't say anyone's name right.
Sergi in the chat says he went from teenager to QB1 voice real quick.
Yeah, look, I think Jameis has clearly shown that he's got the bigger play potential throwing, which we expected. We knew that was going to be the case. But in my opinion, we knew that was going to happen all along. Like, I think if something would be really wrong if without pads on, if Jameis wasn't performing Taysom at this point.
Best practice Jameis has had as a Saint today.
I would just say I would say Jameis has no shot if he's not outdoing Taysom right now with no pads on. I think his biggest issue is when in the preseason games, can he command the huddle? Can he look good in a live game situation? Can he stay away from the turnovers? That's going to be the big question mark, I think, for Jameis.
Well, that's a good point, and I want to play this soundbite from Taysom, Dave, because Taysom talked about how he's really strong at running the ball, but he has to balance when to run, how much to run, and it was really. I thought what Taysom said about it was really interesting on Saturday.
As a running quarterback or someone who can run, I think you kind of get pigeonholed sometimes that, like, if you do run that is, it's like a mistake almost, or you shouldn't do it. But I can tell you that my mindset is no different than most quarterbacks. That if there's a guy downfield and you're having the ball to get, or having an opportunity to get the ball out of your hand, then you're going to do that. I think the thing for me is there are certain coverages that are really enticing for a dual threat QB to take off and run. And at the end of the day, it's all about, having good plays, back-to-back good plays, first downs, move the chains, and to go and score. And I do think it is a difficult balance sometimes as a dual threat quarterback to find that. But I try to stay true to my reads. There's nothing there. The great thing is,
To be fair, Taysom, he's so
Wait, what?
dedicated to being the Saints starting quarterback. He's doing the chest press during the interview.
That was boring. That was so boring.
Look,
Look, I'm going to tell you right now. It's August 2nd. Thomas, check the timestamp on this one.
Hey,
August
Tomas,
2nd.
check the timestamp on this.
August 2nd, 2021. We're three days into training camp. Saints quarterback situation. Dual quarterbacks.
No way.
Yep. Dual quarterbacks.
Sean Payton said he's not doing that.
Yeah, that means they're doing it. Check the fucking timestamp. August 2nd, 2021. This is either going to be the most prescient thing anybody's ever said on the show, or it's going to be the funniest thing we ever look back on and laugh at and make fun of me. So either way we win. But dual quarterback, Taysom's going to be running the shit out of that thing, coming in there all the time. Jameis is going to be your pocket.
So when you say dual, would you call what they did? Would you call what they did last year dual?
A little bit more Taysom this year.
More, okay. So similar deal to last year.
Half and half. So close to half and half.
Good.
Oh, you're thinking 50-50.
I'm talking college football, NCAA 14.
Oh my god.
Are you thinking like rotating plays or rotating series?
Shit's gonna get kooky. Shit's gonna get kooky out there.
All right. We'll have to look for that.
So we didn't even mention.
You're not gonna have to look for it because that shit's gonna hit you in the fucking face. Okay.
I like when Dave does this. It's very aggressive.
Yeah, very intense.
Solve your problems with aggression.
Dave, I got you.
Fuck you, Andre George.
Wait, what was that? I missed that.
That was
before we get done with the quarterbacks, Taysom's thighs are ridiculous, but
how do they compare to Granderson's horse legs?
The actual picture of Jameis and Taysom side by side. Jameis isn't letting Taysom get all the people hot and bothered. He has just as big of thighs.
What is going on with his hamstring there? Does he have a tumor?
Oh my god! Look at
this photo was provided by Jameis 101.
And look at
shout out to Jameis 101.
Look at Jameis's other leg. It's like half the size.
Like my leg. It looks crippy.
Yeah.
We need that soundbite from Little Giants.
It's like Ralph's arms in leg form. Look, like Jameis has a bad leg.
Like that, Andrew. I limp like an 80-year-old man. Don't sell me short.
Well, anyway, God bless them. They're world-class athletes.
Before we get to Ken Crawley being the savior and Cam Jordan talking about the defenses being horrible in 2014 and 2015, I want to remind people we have a awesome gift for annual patrons. It is the 2021 Saints Season Survival Mug. And because I don't have enough room in my house, I only had Dave order 100. There are only 18 of these left. If you want this mug to get to you before the season starts, become an annual patron. A ton of people are doing it. My life is going to get all these shipped out to you. Get them to you by week 1. We'll order more if more people want them. But if you want them for the start of the season,
you're going to need it for the start of the season.
And if you become an annual patron before midnight tonight, you get 2 months for free. So do it already.
Booyah.
So speaking,
they gotta be at the $10 level though, right, Ralph?
That's right. They gotta be at the $10 level, and all current patrons that are annual
at $10. At $10,
you get it. So you're good. So
Right, but yeah, if you do it now, normally it's $120 for $10 a month, and right now it's $100. You save $20 if you do it for the year.
And you get the boost mode, and you get the mug. You're making money. So, Dave, Ken Crawley looking awesome.
Yes.
Is he the solution at corner? Is he going to turn the clock back to 2017?
We're getting. I just already said it. We're getting the band back together. 2017. We're going on tour. We're going to do the Midwest. But yeah.
Ralph really loves that GIF right there of the old lady pouring.
GIF?
Yes, that's how it's pronounced. It's the
70s show.
You know, like in all seriousness, obviously they're not even in pads, so I don't know.
Yep.
Who knows? I mean, really, it's ridiculous to really speculate. But
and
again,
Ken
like you said, they're signing all these cornerbacks. So how confident could they really be in who the hell they already have? So my God.
If you find out, Andrew, week 1 against Green Bay, Ken Crawley's your starting corner, what are you filling your 2021 Saints season survival mug with?
Ooh. Absinthe. Straight bourbon.
You know, we've talked a lot about corner, but I want to play. You know, we have PTSD when it comes to corners. But here's the thing that was great about Cam, Jordan, and Ingram, Mark Ingram, their podcast that they do. Jordan, he has the exact same PTSD about the Saints defenses from 2012, 2014, 2015, 2016. He has the same PTSD, and he's like, they better fucking pay Lattimore his money. Thomas, I hope you have that clip ready. Play it. Cam Jordan, he was just amazing when he was talking about the old Saints defenses, how terrible they were.
Right here.
Also, but y'all Ravens different because y'all been like that, so you can leave them on the island. Come on over where I've been. Until we had Marshawn, big fella, it has been cold my way, okay?
I was begging.
Holding it down.
Don't worry, Cam. We were part of the worst defense in NFL history twice.
No, I was. You were at least on offense. You were top 5.
I watched it.
I was there like this. I said, I need help.
What year was that?
It was like 2 years straight. I don't want to talk about it. It was like 2013 one year, then it was like 2015.
2013.
I've been
2013
historically
was good.
Like I looked behind me and was like, I think I could guard. Like I'm pretty sure I could do this job.
2013 was good. We made the playoffs. It might have been 2012 or 2014.
I am such a positive teammate. There was one year. It was like
it was bad, Marlo.
Bro,
it was bad.
I turned back. I say, hey, I turned around. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you here? You know what I'm saying? Like,
bombs over Baghdad.
I had my dog.
Was a true savior.
Bro, we drafted him. I looked him in the eye and said, hey, bro, nice to meet you. I don't care what you do on or off the field. But when it's game time, I need you. I don't want you.
Listen,
I need you. There's
Marlo.
a difference. You don't know where I came from or what's happened to me the last 6 or 7 years.
Sounds like our podcast on Mondays in 2012. What are you doing here?
Yeah, the best part is like I look back and I'm like, where are you going? What are you doing? Where are you going? That's obviously how all of us felt. We've all felt that way for many years. My favorite part was Ingram. Obviously, we know I love Ingram. We're dating. We're kind of a
Your
thing.
ex-boyfriend?
My ex-boy. Well, we were a thing. That's right. Thank you for bringing that up and breaking my heart again, Thomas. But I loved it.
Hopefully, Ladavius isn't listening to this.
That's right. But I also loved it when Cam was like, "Oh, I was on the worst defense." Cam's like, and Mark's like, "I know it was terrible," and Cam's like, "Well, but you weren't even on the defense. You were on offense." And Mark, Ingram, he's feeling how we all feel, and we're like, "Well, we had to watch it. I had to watch that. That's how we all felt."
Worse.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Like, no, we couldn't even do anything about it. Like, we had to watch you guys be terrible and not be able to do a damn thing about it.
But I feel, Cam, I'm like, could I really be any worse when a chair?
Andrew, what was your slogan?
What was the stat about Jason David? At one point, it was like if a chair were guarding the receiver,
Better than a hole in the zone.
It would yield. Yeah.
Yeah. Statistically,
Andrew,
he gave
what
up
was your
more
slogan
yardage.
back in 2014, 2015 about the Saints? A punt is a turnover.
Yeah. No. When the Saints have the ball, if they kick a field goal, it's a punt, and if they punt, it's a turnover. because of what the defense was giving up on the other side.
That's right. So
basically, they had to have
a
touchdown on every drive.
That's right. So before we get to questions, we have Saints trivia again this week, and this people might know this trivia because I tweeted it out Sunday because I just learned it on Sunday. But the Saints were the first team in NFL history to I'll let Thomas put it on the screen. The Saints were the first team in NFL history to hire a Mexican American as their head coach. Who was it?
Hold on, let me Google this.
Is that Hank Schramm?
It's tough. I was
Tom
like,
Landry. Tom Landry.
Yeah, it looks
Tom
like.
Landry.
Huh?
Well, Thomas, you can't play Jeopardy music, right? Because Twitch, if you use copyrighted music, they will shut your ass down cold, right? They'll put us in Twitch jail.
I have the answer. I have the answer.
We can play the X-Files music.
I have the answer.
Ditka doesn't have
answer, Dave?
Ditka doesn't have Mexican background, does he?
No.
Tom Fears.
It is. That is correct.
Oh, cheating. That's cheating.
Yeah, you cheated.
Cheating, but
Of course I cheated.
How
else would I know that?
I had no
I'm playing
idea.
Yeah.
The Saints should be proud of that. They had a Mexican American as the head coach, but the Saints
were ahead of their
history is
time.
So terrible.
My next guess was going to be Rick Venturi, even though he's Italian.
Oh, I love, dude. That is so 60s right there with the blazer and the Saints emblem and the Tom Landry hat. That is so 1960s right there. He's practically on an episode of Mad Men.
I could see Ralph dressed like that.
Looks like that patch is photoshopped on the jacket. Did you Photoshop that?
Thomas,
patch?
what's the thing on Twitch that once we get it set up where like people can gain points and we can give them prizes, like we could have them decide like what I wear.
Channel points.
Channel points, yeah. We'll do like if you get to like 500,000 channel points, you can pick what I wear on the podcast and on the morning show on WWL.
When do people start giving me bits?
Bits. Bits sound low-key terrible.
They can already.
Give my dog the bits.
Oh, well, where are the bits? Wait, can they send them to me personally?
No.
Oh.
No, we got to be we can't do anything until we become an affiliate. But people can follow the channel.
And people can donate. People can donate.
Donate. Pound the donate button. We can give Thomas meats and cheeses, the finest that we can find, and he deserves it. Thomas,
and I want to see the clips, guys. I want to see many clips of mispronouncing names and stuff.
You can create your own clip off the show on Twitch. The best one, the one that people like the most, we will play it next week, and you will get a prize. And Thomas, before we get to the questions, I promise people in the Discord channel, in the Twitch channel, I already fucked it up. In the Twitch channel, whoever stayed the longest, you could pick a winner, and I will give them a booze bundle and a T-shirt. So you get to pick who gets it. So tell me who in the chat gets the booze bundle and the T-shirt.
Maybe we'll do that after the show. Not yet.
Okay, we'll do it after the show. You pick them and I'll email them. And then we'll ship it out to you. So, Thomas, fire up the music. We got to get to the questions. I got to do the Ralph Shuffle. I got to get loose.
Shake weight.
Shake weight. There we go.
Are you vaping there, Dave?
So, Thomas.
What next?
Hit us up.
Okay, so first question comes from Biloxi Blues. If Jameis Winston doesn't win the starting job week 1, will Jameis 101 come on the show and tell us why our Super Bowl winning coach doesn't know what he is doing?
I would expect
100%.
nothing less. I would expect nothing else. It's definitely not Jameis's fault. I'll tell you that. If that happens, it's definitely not Jameis's fault.
He will burn the Saints to the fucking ground if Jameis is not the starter or Jameis is not successful. Understand this. It is never Jameis's fault.
Oh, I feel like the excuses are already in the can.
Oh,
like
he's already
he's
loaded.
got
he's got a notebook full of excuses.
I know there's like 15 different scenarios that play out, and he's already prepared for every single one.
Yeah, he's got them all written down in a notebook, and that notebook is the size of the fucking Old Testament.
The thing that's so frustrating about him is you don't even have to tag him. You just need to mention Jameis, and he swoops in like Batman.
Yeah, he's got a search thing. I do the same thing with Tulane. I have a special search thing that I can enter, and it actually eliminates certain results that I don't want to get, and it highlights certain results that I do want to get, and I can pull up anything.
J.J. McCleskey tape.
Jalen McCleskey. Yes. Oh, thank you for bringing that up. I forgot to mention Jalen McCleskey has had a pretty good training camp so far. Right. They like his speed. I also wanted to mention one thing I forgot to mention earlier.
Not looking good for you to draft him, Dave, since you're picking last.
I forgot. I wanted to mention one other thing when we were talking about Jameis is that I noticed in his press conference when he was talking about working with the receivers in the offseason and getting the chemistry and the rhythm, he mentioned Deonte first, but he mentioned Lil Jordan second.
He did.
So Lil Jordan is currently number 2 on
ahead of Traquan, right?
Chart. Yes. What did he call Traquan? He called him
TQ.
TQ.
Yeah, TQ. Yeah.
So Lil Jordan is ahead of TQ on Jameis's depth chart.
Here, I'm gonna play this soundbite for Dave because Jameis, when he mentioned all the receivers' names, he was so excited and said their names so sensually. So I'm gonna play this.
But Lil Jordan in particular, I feel like.
Yes, right.
I often say that teamwork makes the dream work, right? So the more I just get to know who that guy is, he gets to know who I am. You kind of build that trust, right? So it's one of those situations where you look that guy in the eye and he's like, yeah, I know what page you're on, and I know what page he's on. So anytime you can build that team camaraderie with anyone, the offensive line, that's why, Sean, promotes gatherings, but with COVID and all, we couldn't do that, right? So we kind of lost that aspect of that team building. So the only time we get to spend time together is in this locker room. So we definitely got to take advantage of that. But this offseason, being able to spend time with Deonte, Lil Jordan, TQ, and Adam Troutman and Jawan and Nick and all those guys, like you just know, like when we get on the field, like, hey, we've been here before, right? We already executed these plays, so it's a different type of connection.
He said the names with love.
Who is Nick?
Yeah,
is Nick Vanette? Is that Nick Vanette? He never worked out with him, did he?
Deonte, Lil Jordan, TQ.
Dave is getting aroused.
You gotta love it. You gotta love the way
Which receiver? Tony
Jordan.
Jones.
He's like
Tony
Jack
Jones
Nicholson.
went out there.
You can't handle Lil Jordan.
What? If Little Jordan and Granderson both do great this year, I'll feel left out. Because
you want Lil Jordan? You can't handle Lil Jordan.
So
a few good men.
Yeah. So Thomas.
Next.
Okay, next question. A follow-up question, but this time from the Wicker Man. Which version of Jameis 101 would be worse to deal with? The one where Jameis is amazing, or the one where Jameis rides the bench?
That's funny.
The one where the Saints go with dual quarterback because Jameis couldn't win the starting job outright, and because they wanted Taysom's running ability.
I feel like if Jameis is amazing, at least we can enjoy it with him a little bit. Like, yeah, it's going to be annoying, but the Saints are winning, so we'll be more tolerant. It's going to be awful if the Saints are terrible and Jameis is riding the bench because he's terrible, and we're not going to have the tolerance for it. So I think that's worse because we'll just be like, dude, shut up.
Yeah, like or it'll be frustrating if Jameis is still Jameis. Like, because the thing is, The thing is, for people with Jameis 1 of 1, if you don't follow him and he believes that Jameis right now is on a Hall of Fame track career, which is just fucking delusional in every single way. And so he'll become he will become insufferable if Jameis rides the bench and the Saints aren't winning and they're sticking with Taysom. Oh my god, it'll be fuck. I need a warm bath and some razor blades.
Yeah, Jay Ford's correct. Like if we make the Super Bowl with Jameis 1 of 1 needs to reveal his true identity on the show.
Yeah.
That needs to happen.
By the way, congrats to Andrew's dad, Steven, who it's 10:05, so we've been on for about an hour. I'm assuming it took him an hour to figure out how to get on Twitch and join us, but he made it. But he made it. Congratulations. Welcome, Mr.
Don't be
Steven.
like that to Andrew's dad. He without Andrew's
I love
dad,
Andrew's
man,
dad.
the Spotify chat would be a struggle. He's there every Wednesday. By the way, join
He's
us
our biggest
every
fan.
Wednesday, Spotify.
He's our biggest fan. In fact, but also speaking of biggest fans, my mother is staying with me here. Has she donated recently? Do I need to pat her
she has
down?
not.
Oh, all right.
She's a patron, but she opted out of shipping. Andrew's dad,
that's fine.
he is at the highest possible level of Patreon. He
Mom, you
gives
better be
me
listening
a
to this, Mom.
sizable amount of Andrew's inheritance.
Oh
every
wow! Oh, well, this is good. At least now Andrew's got to worry about retirement instead
Well,
of me.
what can I say, Dave? My dad loves me more than your mom loves
my
you.
dad.
Clearly.
My mom.
What next?
All right, I got to. I'm gonna pat her down while she's here and fleece her.
Regina, we love you.
How much time? Tell me later, Andrew, how much your dad gave, and I'll make sure my mom tops it.
$1. Like, I will raise your donation by $1.
Maybe we can have like a silent auction or something.
Is that it, Thomas?
No. We got 2 more questions.
What about Budrich?
Don't worry. Don't worry. It's coming.
I'm saving Budrich for last.
Yes, that for last. Okay, so this one comes from Bulky. Saints DBs as COVID vaccines. Lattimore is Pfizer. CD Deuce is Moderna. P-Rob / PJ Williams are Johnson & Johnson / AstraZeneca. So who would be Sinovac and Sputnik?
Sputnik? Is that a Russian
Are those
vaccine?
just made up?
Yeah.
Oh, the Sputnik one is the Russian one.
Oh, really? They called it Sputnik? That would be like us naming our vaccine Apollo.
Yeah.
Well, Sputnik is clearly
developed in
Prince.
NASA.
Sputnik is the new guy.
Prince
not
Amukamara.
Prince Amukamara. The other guy.
Amukamara.
Ralph can't say anyone's name right.
Sinovac. Is that
Sinovac? That doesn't even
Richard
sound like
Sherman.
a vaccine. That sounds like a imitation Cinemax. Like you get the Sinovacs when you're at the Motel 6.
Sputnik is Ken Crawley, clearly. Sinovac is the Chinese vaccine, apparently, and Sputnik is the Russian one.
Who's the free agent guy they signed from Tennessee, the UDFA? Thompson or whatever. He's Sinovac.
Well, Adebo's clearly none of these.
Adebo is a tall glass of water and some bleach.
What was that? What was that thing that they were talking about briefly that they were giving to COVID patients? The
hydrochloroquine.
Yeah, that's Adebo.
That's Adebo.
Yeah.
What is Ken Jordan?
No, Adebo is just chew on a Tide Pod, see what happens.
I thought you were gonna say Blue Chew, our old sponsor. I miss Blue Chew.
Blue Chew, we love Blue Chew. Come on back, guys.
Yeah,
I miss Manscaped because they came out with a 4.0. I need the 4.0 now.
Oh,
I have the 2.0. I have the 3.0. Now I need the 4. I'm hooked.
The entire
might have some
collection.
news for you, Dave, in the near future.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So, Thomas, what's the last question? Hit us up with it.
Alright, last question from Badrich. Ralph,
Let's
Andrew,
go.
and Dave, and Kevin, what are your best nicknames for Taysom Hill based on body physic alone?
I mean, I've always liked the Mormon missile, and I think that qualifies missile for body.
Thigh guy.
Thigh guy.
Horse legs is already taken by Granderson, so we can't go with that one.
Storm and Mormon. That's Kevin. Kevin's in the
Storm
chat.
and
He's
Mormon,
actually listening to us. Hey, Kevin.
Yeah, he's too busy to be on the podcast, but he's not busy enough to be commenting on the podcast.
Yeah, he's weighing in. Storm and Mormon's his pick.
He's right in that sweet spot of busyness.
Ken Crawley equals take a Tylenol. Hope that shit doesn't get bad.
But notice that Kevin wasn't commenting on YouTube because Twitch is for the young kids.
Right.
The single guys, the single people. Oh, well, while you're in the Sean Orleans, give us a love update. Type a love update while we're
give us a little. How's the doc?
Yeah, we'll close the show out with your love update. Take some time.
Kevin, give us an update on your most recent medical exam.
Yes, tell us how that prostate exam went.
with the doctor lady friend. That's what she says.
It's totally not gay if your doctor is a woman and she's doing it.
I appreciate Dave doing the love update so I can
You need to shoot your dick off.
Like I plan it. Watered down Tussin.
He said doctor is
Doctor's
good.
good.
Went to the science center 2 weekends ago.
What does that mean? What's the science? Come on.
Great update, Kevin. Thanks a lot.
Take some
You
time.
went to the science center. That really tells us a lot. Great. What an update. Awesome.
Going with her to a wedding in September. Ooh.
Okay.
Destination wedding or wedding in St. Louis?
Wait. Is it your wedding? Is it your wedding, Kevin?
See, taking a person that you're dating to a wedding, I feel like I've seen bad things happen with that.
Well, first of all, he didn't say whether it was his wedding or not.
No, clearly it's not his wedding.
It could be.
He's going with her to a wedding.
And I'm going with her to a job interview in South Carolina. Not my wedding. Okay, well, that's good. Thanks for clearing that up. To a job. All right.
Who's interviewing for a job, Kevin? You or her? I'm assuming her.
You're gonna move to Columbia. Gonna be
Maybe Kevin's the one that'll get a job.
Hmm.
If you know what I mean. Job.
So Kevin,
with
I'm wondering if you go with her to Charleston,
spelled with a B,
and she gets said job.
Charleston. Oh, Charleston. Oh, you could live with my parents.
Do you then move to Charleston, Kevin?
Yeah.
Do you relocate for this girl?
Does Miss Cariello have a room to rent?
Yeah, they got a 4-bedroom house. One of them has a
Regina?
has model railroads in it, but
Kevin can be a boarder. Can be a sitcom.
I mean, I gotta say, living in
that
Charleston,
would be a fucking sitcom. That would be a fucking sitcom. Kevin living with my parents in a gated golf community. That would be a sitcom, all right.
He says he 100% would relocate for this
all
lady.
all caps.
Look, I gotta tell you, living in Charleston sounds. No offense to our St. Louis listeners, except for Kevin. Tons of offense meant to
That's
him.
an upgrade, though.
But yes, Charleston is where you want to live between those two
Yeah.
cities. Even if
That's right.
things don't work out with the doctor, find a way to move to Charleston anyway.
That's right. St. Louis is Ken Crawley. Charleston is Marshawn Lattimore.
I want to say this show, besides my audio being my audio,
Yeah, that was
didn't
weird.
really go off the rails today, Thomas. I'm very proud. I followed the rundown. Even Andrew kept me on track because you got the ticker at the bottom, so everybody can see the rundown. So Andrew kept us on track. We didn't go off.
Wait,
the
what
rails,
about
but
what about the UDFA? We're not doing it at all.
No,
next
well, he's
week.
yeah.
Next
We're doing
week.
it next week. We're doing it
Next
next
We're not
week.
even going to talk about the candidates here or anything.
We'll get Thomas to a
Next
big
week,
board.
next
I
week.
haven't done any research, man.
Next week.
All of it.
I can't. This is.
I have plenty of-
I gotta say, I'm excited. I'm gonna be able to go visit my parents in Charleston and also go hang out with Kevin soon in the near future. This is great.
And meet your new son.
And meet my
UDFA
Your
son.
new brother.
Oh.
All right, Thomas.
Wow.
So hit the music, Thomas. So
I wonder
just
what the
wanna say real
Charleston
quick-
wrestling scene is like.
Oh man.
Wonder what the Charleston amateur wrestling scene is like.
Sick.
That's a Charlton reference.
Hey,
So,
Twitch, it went good, I think.
Twitch,
Wow,
it
it
went
went well.
amazing, guys. Follow the channel. I want to thank Thomas, our executive producer extraordinaire in Poland. He did an amazing job setting this all up.
We wouldn't be here without him.
Intro. The pre-show was amazing, except for the music. We'll get the music more
I like
fired
it.
up and more energetic. But I want to thank him. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Twitch is amazing. I want to thank Dave, Andrew, Kevin for joining us the best he could, and again for Thomas back in Poland. Guys, thanks for joining us. Remember, kids, don't shoot your dick off. And until next week, the bar is closed.